What's poppin', good people? Mr. Meyer with the fire here with a quick video. Why is Venus in Pisces so crazy? I've been seeing crazy things, and we've all met a Venus Pisces person. You might be a person with Venus in Pisces. Venus will transit Pisces and we'll all experience it. Plus, Venus will go into the 12th house every fucking day. So if those first four things don't apply, you might just catch the Venus Pisces vibe every now and then, man. And while this is highly empowering and highly beautiful, this shit doesn't make any goddamn sense, y'all. Why is that? Because Venus is the planet of love and indulgence and relationships, and Pisces is the last sign of the zodiac, which is going to carry a little bit of energy of everything prior. So Pisces is all about universal consciousness and the collective and even the unconscious. The imagination falls under that hat as well, that umbrella. So what do you get when you put those two together? You get unconditional love, universal love, you get amplified idealism, and people get lost in the motherfucking sauce, dude. This is boundless indulgence, relationships with no boundaries. And let me just say it for the person in the back and the person in the front and everybody in the crowd today. Unconditional love doesn't mean unconditional relationships. You have to have boundaries in relationships, and that's the hardest thing for Pisces energy, because on some level we are all one. We all exist in this universe as one energy. Everything is energy. Get in and merge, you bitch. You no, I'm playing. I'm not talking to you. I'm talking to the bitch you needed to merge. Anyway, stay in your fucking lane. No, I'm playing. No, I'm not playing. But basically, the problem with Venus and Pisces is you get people falling in love with their fucking fantasies and projecting illusions on other people. And truth be told, a great relationship is built on a triad, and that's vision, values, and interests. It doesn't fucking matter what your Venuses are doing or how compatible your sun signs are if you don't have the same vision, values, and interests. So let me put it this way. Vision, where do you want to go? Do we want to go to the same place? If we do, we can win. Why is everyone bugging on the road right now? Do you want to go in the same direction as me? That's vision. Values, how do you want to get there? And interests, what are we going to do in the meantime? And if there's a discrepancy between either of those three things, a relationship will eventually have y'all draw each other apart, or you grow apart. If you're on the same type of timing, you grow together. You hear me? And what I find, and keep in mind, Pisces is opposite to Virgo. So Virgo is work, Virgo is service. And what I find with a lot of people in this energy is that they may notice somebody doesn't have the same vision as them, or they might not even be interested in the same stuff, or they don't have the same fucking values. But then that becomes a job for me. Oh my goodness. Maybe if I just love you harder. And this is like the most abject form of selfishness and like ego trauma that you could find, which is, if I love you hard enough, you'll love me hard enough. If I pour out my whole heart and soul and submit my life to you, you'll fucking love me. That's disgusting. And I just had to tell somebody today, I'm not fucking interested in you. And I tried to tell them weeks ago, and this is not Evil Larry, because some people who watch my channel know there's some drama. It's nothing to do with any of the drama. I don't even want to put this person's name on the internet, because this person's a good person, but they just got lost in the sauce. And I've been there before. Let me be really frank and tell you I'm not perfect. I can speak on this because I've been on both sides of the equation, where I've found somebody and I've found them to be really beautiful and smart and charismatic, and you know, it felt like we were right for each other. And lo and behold, we didn't have the same vision. We didn't even really have the same values or interests. And I was thinking that if I just pour in more love, you know, it's gonna work itself out. And that wasn't the case. So I had to take several motherfucking seats and cut ties, redirect my energy. You hear me? So the thing about Venus and Pisces, you gotta have boundaries when it comes to indulgence, when it comes to people. And ask yourself truly, am I in love with this person, or am I in love with my goddamn fantasy, my goddamn illusions? Because sometimes that's really what it is. And I really believe the beautiful thing about Venus Pisces energy, this is where Venus exalts itself. If you guys aren't familiar with the rulership, Venus is home in Taurus and Libra. So this whole planet shows us how we meet our needs and how we relate to one another. And that's cool. And those relationships are the basis for higher ideals. With the exaltation in Pisces, this is about attaining your most beautiful fantasies. That can happen, okay? But the trick to it is the polarity with Virgo, the fall of Venus. You must be willing to love yourself fully and unconditionally and put the work in and serve yourself what you wish to receive from somebody else. And that is how you become magnetic to the love that you desire. It's not projecting your needs on other people or projecting your fantasies on other people. You have to be able to visualize the person that you want and visualize yourself experiencing love in whatever form you want to experience it in, and then take the goddamn actions that correspond with it. And you know, that doesn't have to do anything with somebody else. You got to put yourself in a position to receive that. And at the end of the day, man, if you're unwilling to provide yourself what you want and require from others, relationships will never have balance or equanimity. And that's going to cause a disconnect. That's going to cause failure in the long term. So I've said a lot, visions, values, interests, plus overindulgence is a really big thing to speak on with this one, because I know I could talk about the seventh house part of Venus, but like this can also be fucked up when it comes to the second house part of it, where Venus in Pisces energy just wants to do what feels good at the moment. And sometimes this can be so dissociated and disidentified with the physical world and existence that any indulgence can be hyperinflated to the point where it takes you out of the physical body. And this could be like alcohol or drugs, or it could be just doom scrolling for 12 fucking hours, man. It could be all types of bullshit because you're unwilling to confront and face your goddamn life. So that's something to think about as well, man. Sometimes just this love of the universal, this longing for transcendence, it's not always healthy. Shit, you might find this play out in religion or spiritual beliefs too. How people just want to not fucking be here anymore. And they reject the physical world so goddamn much to the point where it just causes more harm in the physical world than good. Like when the rave is over and you're coming down off those drugs and you're pregnant now. Like, come on, bruh. Or you just signed your soul to a whole cult. It's that type of energy, man. So, you know, if you have Venus in Pisces, or you're experiencing Venus in Pisces like all of us are at the time of this video, you're just having that moment with Venus in the 12th or Venus aspecting your goddamn Neptune, touch some grass, man. Touch some grass. Get the fuck on earth and meditate. Look into a mirror. That's my best advice if you're dealing with this energy. It's like literally look into the mirror and like just be like, hey, I'm you and you're me and we got this, okay? And we're gonna take some time to figure this shit out and really tell yourself, hey, you're the one, and I love you, and you can have what you want in this life as long as it doesn't hurt other people. And you can't force your will on other people, and it doesn't fucking matter how much you want somebody if they don't want you. And you got to remind yourself, yo, I want somebody that you got to say it to you. You want somebody that wants you. And if somebody clearly tells you they're not interested, listen to them, man. It's either a fuck yes or it's a no. I'm gonna repeat that. If it's coming to love, it's either a fuck yes or it's a no. If it's not a fuck yes, it's an absolute no. All right. And I'm kind of sussed out, man, because of Evil Larry. And like I said, this video is not about Evil Larry, but I've had other people during this transit like come on, and y'all have probably experienced this too. People come on way too fucking strong. People start showing you love. They might be a whole stranger or whatever, and then they start attaching to you and trying to offer you love, and it's like, you don't even know me. So that's scary, is that you can literally tell when somebody's falling in love with a version of you that they created inside of their goddamn head. All right, I'm enjoying my celibacy. And with that, I leave you peace. Blessed be.